Driver inattention and distractions. How can you manage distractions that take your focus away from the driving task? Drivers who reach for items on the dash or in the glove compartment, eat or drink while driving, tune the radio, or chat on the cell phone are inattentive drivers. According to the NHTSA, driver inattention is a major factor in most crashes and near crashes. In one study, it was determined that 80% of crashes and at least 65% of near crashes involved some form of driver inattention within 3 seconds prior to the crash. Driving is a complex task requiring focus on the driving task. Driver inattention is when awareness and focus drift to anything other than the driving task. Driver inattention may be unintentional. Fatigue, for example, often causes drivers' attention to drift away from the driving task. You are a fatigued driver arriving at this intersection. What could cause you to lose attention to your driving task at this intersection? Distracted driving is when an event, person, activity, or object draws a driver's attention away from the driving task. The driver chooses to do something that is not necessary to the driving task. Study this traffic scene. Identify possible driving distractions. Did you see the pedestrian in the wheelchair? What could cause you not to see the pedestrian? Predict what a driver would do if a drink falls out of its holder and spills onto the floor while making a turn. Where would the driver's focus be? What steering action would occur or could occur? What could be the consequences? Attention status of drivers in crashes. Describe some possible causes for unknown crash statistic. So we got some that we know are attentive, distracted, look but did not see, sleeping asleep. What are some of your unknown ones? List of 4 categories of driving distractions. NHTSA groups driver distractions into either those that occur inside a vehicle or those that occur outside of vehicles. These distractions fall into 4 different categories: cognitive, visual, auditory, and biomechanical. Cognitive distractions when your mind is lost in thought or a daydream. Why is talking on a cell phone a cognitive distraction? How would drivers behind you react if you were waiting to make a left turn while talking on the cell phone and didn't see the green arrow? Visual distraction, anything that causes you to take your eyes off the roadway. Some distractions have intentionally been placed in strategic locations to catch drivers' attention. Auditory distractions. Any distractions caused by sounds or auditory. A crying child or a siren can easily divert a driver's attention away from the driving task. Biomedical distractions. Any mechanical act not specifically related to driving is a biomedical distraction. Pushing a button, turning a dial, picking up a CD or soft drink. Things you can do while driving to avoid being distracted. If you're tired, stop and stretch or switch drivers. Limit your conversations. Avoid emotional conversations. Read the owner's manual to understand how to work the controls and features in a car. Adjust your mirrors, seats, radio presets before entering traffic. Set some rules for passengers. Secure loose objects. When is a driver considered to be inattentive? Describe the 4 categories of driver distractions and give an example of each.